Off you go.
Good morning. Before I start, I want to say that to keep your questions for after the presentation. Let us first take a look at this bar graph. The data inform us about how many women started EVF treatment in the UK. You see that on the y-axis, in a specific year on the x-axis. EVF stands for in vitro fertilization. It's a procedure for fertilization outside the human body. Later on, the zygote is transferred to the uterus with the intent to establish a successful pregnancy. In 1978, the world's first EVF baby was born, also in the UK, named Louisa Brown. And as you see on the graph, in the mid-early 80s, EVF became a generally accepted method to treat infertile women. Till the early 90s, there was only a slight increase, just because the technique wasn't brought to perfection yet. But in 91, some new innovations, for example, a manner to inject sperm invented in Belgium, made it a lot easier to inseminate, which results in a dramatic rise. Later, numbers stabilize or climb very, very slow, but it's crucial to remember that numbers climb, that there is an increase. We need that later on. I won't talk about EVF, the EVF procedure. I will talk about so-called designer babies. What is a designer baby? A designer baby is an infant created by genetic engineering combined with in vitro fertilization to ensure the absence or the presence of a particular gene or characteristic. A problem arises. As we all still know, there was a rising tendency of EVF treatments, but in most countries there aren't any rules which define whether you can or you cannot manipulate human genes. And if there are some rules, they are mostly too easy to circumvent them. In Los Angeles, land of stars, where else, a clinic exists where you can choose eye color, hair color, sex, and so on of the unborn. It's really an insane idea how they want to make money out of a technique aimed at identifying dangerous diseases and defects in unborn. But I don't know if that's Hollywood, I think. On this slide you see three easy problem examples. Let us choose one. For example, sports. What if you can decide how many red blood cells, how much muscle tissue you have, how big your lungs are, or how strong your heart? It would be a great advantage, but not fair to other athletes. Genetic engineering could become the new forbidden drug, the new EPO. The same consequence applies to the other two examples, beauty and intelligence. How can an ordinary person compete with an improved one? To conclude, with this growing involvement in science, we need some rules which don't slow down scientific research, which define concrete do's and don'ts. The Belgian law is an example of a good start, and on my slide you see the Belgian law about selection when treated by EVF. Sex cannot be selected, non-pathological genetic diseases cannot be selected. Exceptions are sex-linked diseases or saving the firstborn. It also covers my opinion about EVF, about designer babies. This is an ethical question, and it's up to us how far is too far. Thank you for the attention. Are there some questions? Yes.
What do you mean with saving
The firstborn has already the genetic disease, and it can be saved by a transplantation of stem cells. It could be if the parents have another wish child, they can select the second child doesn't have it, and stem cell can transplant it from the second born to the firstborn. Yes.
You said in America there's a clinic where you can choose the eye color and stuff, but you also said you can make improved people with beauty and sports and so. Are there living examples of that?
About beauty, it's happening now. You can choose hair color, you can choose eye color, which blonde and blue, blonde hair, blue eyes. It's other questions? Yes.
How big is the chance of success in an IVF treatment?
It's always rising. I think they are now about 50%, 60%, but I'm not sure. But it's always rising. Other question?
They said in the news that most boys that are produced by IVF aren't, are sterile. Are there other things that can go wrong with IVF?
There are some things that can go wrong. I don't have any example, but there are some, can be misformed. There is a certain risk about for these children.
Okay, thank you very much.